channel. Today, oh my gosh! We're here with another video. We're in DC. As you can see, we have our helmets on. That only means one thing. We're about to have a big war. Okay. Okay, we're going biking. So before we start this video, make sure you
Like and subscribe.
and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos.
All right. Let's go.
Let's vroom.
5, 4, 3, 2.
In a previous video, we visited the memorial of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And this time, we are going to see the Martin Luther King Memorial, the Japaneselantern, World War II, and Washington Monument. Let's go. Out of the Mountain of Despair, a Stone of Hope. Located in downtown Washington, D.C., the memorial honors Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy and the struggle for freedom, equality, and justice. A prominent leader in the modern civil rights movement, Dr. King was a tireless advocate for racial equality, working class, and the oppressed around the world. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., born in Atlanta, Georgia on January 15, 1929. Martin Luther King Jr. grew up in an era of racial prejudices and legalized segregation that would influence his life's work. As a religious minister and activist, he rose to become a national leader in the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s. Dr. King sought to maintain an abiding faith in America and an audacious faith in the future of mankind. Out of the Mountain of Despair, a Stone of Hope, from the I Have a Dream speech in Washington, D.C. on August 28, 1963. The quotation serves as the theme of the overall design of the memorial, which realizes the metaphorical mountain of stone. Here are the quotes that you can find in this memorial. Out of the Mountain of Despair, a Stone of Hope. I was a drum major for justice, peace, and righteousness. We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, that it bends toward justice. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right temporarily defeated is stronger than evil triumphant. Make a career of humanity. Commit yourself to the noble struggle for equal rights. You will make a better person of yourself, a greater nation of your country, and a finer world to live in. I oppose the war in Vietnam because I love America. I speak out against it not in anger but with anxiety and sorrow in my heart, and above all, with a passionate desire to see our beloved country stand as a moral example of the world. If we are to have peace on earth, our loyalties must become ecumenical rather than sectional. Our loyalties must transcend our race, our tribe, our class, and our nation. And this means we must develop a world perspective. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I have the audacity to believe that peoples everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education and culture for their minds, and dignity, equality, and freedom for their spirits. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of convenience and comfort, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Now we're going to the Japaneselantern Monument. The Japanese lantern is a stone statue in West Potomac Park, Washington, D.C. It is located next to the tidal basin among the cherry trees first planted in 1912. It is lighted during the annual National Cherry Blossom Festival. A pair of lanterns were created in 1651 to mark the death of Tokugawa Iemitsu. The lantern was formerly located at the Toshigugu Temple in Ueno Park, where its twin remains. The lantern was given by the governor of Tokyo to the people of the United States and was dedicated on March 30, 1954. Here is the closer look of the Japanese lantern that you can find in Washington, D.C. This stone Japanese lantern is built in 1651. I can see you now.
First Japanese cherry trees presented to the city of Washington as a gesture of friendship and goodwill by the city of Tokyo were planted on this site, March 27, 1912.
Okay. We'll come back here next.
Yes.
This statue is from 1600. This is Cuts Bridge. Crossing the Cuts Bridge, we are going to the World War II Memorial. Let's go! Now we are in World War II Memorial. The World War II Memorial honors the service of 16 million members of the armed forces of the United States of America, the support of countless millions on the home front, and the ultimate sacrifice of 405,399 Americans. On May 29, 2004, a 4-day grand reunion of veterans on the National Mall culminated in the dedication of this tribute to the legacy of the greatest generation. 24 bronze bas-relief panels flank the ceremonial entrance. To many, these panels stir memories as they tell the story of America's experience in the war. Granite columns representing each U.S. state and territory at the time of World War II bring an impressive pool with water shooting high into the air. Quotes, references to theaters, campaigns, and battles, and 2 massive victory pavilions chronicle the efforts Americans undertook to win the war. A wall of 4,048 gold stars reminds of all of the supreme sacrifice made by over 400,000 Americans to make that victory possible. Through stone architecture and bronze sculptures, the World War II Memorial recognizes the ways Americans served, honors those who fell, and recognizes the victory they achieved to restore freedom and end tyranny around the globe. The World War II Memorial was instantly popular with visitors from the time it opened in the spring of 2004. Thousands of veterans who served in World War II witnessed the formal dedication of the memorial as they descended upon the nation's capital on Memorial Day weekend of that year. Designed by Frederick St. Florian, former chief of the Rhode Island School of Design, the memorial illustrates the clear relationship between the home front and the battlefront, as Americans at home and those fighting abroad live upon each other's support in this defining moment of the 20th century. Hi, baby. On the east end of the memorial lies the announcement stone, which clearly places the memorial's context within the landscape of West Potomac Park. As it begins, here in the presence of Washington and Lincoln, the visitor cannot help but understand the deep meaning of the site of this tribute to American sacrifice in World War II. Our greatest generation fittingly has a memorial standing as testament to their sacrifices, placed cleanly between the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial. As one continues into the ceremonial entrance of the memorial from the east, the distinct symbolic symmetry of the memorial is apparent. The north side of the memorial stands as tribute to the victory over the Axis powers in Europe, just as the south side symbolizes the victory in the Pacific. 12 bronze bas reliefs decorate the walls of the memorial on either side as one approaches the ceremonial plaza. The reliefs chronologically highlight the experience of the war on the home front, placed in context with the battles being waged on land, sea, and air. Images of troops landing on beaches in the South Pacific and Normandy are paired with those of farmers and factory workers back home. Celebratory images bring a close to the war as American troops shake hands with Allied troops at war's end. And celebratory dancing by civilians on American streets echo the end of the fighting. Fittingly, at this juncture, the Rainbow Pool, a facet of West Potomac Park for decades, and now part and parcel of the World War II Memorial, accentuates the two victories with each stately, impressive fountain. Two engravings mark killed rivals here attacked into corners of both the Atlantic and Pacific sides of the memorial. The signature of the memorial confers a further tip of the hat to the generation that served in World War II. This cat's place, popular with troops overseas, which clearly denoted that the Yanks were here. The 48 states of the Union during the war and the 8 territories, including Alaska, Hawaii, and the Philippines, branched out from the gold stars in order of the state ratification of the Constitution. Now, let's go and visit the Washington Monument. It's time to explore the Washington Monument. Are you ready? Good day, everyone. This is Rose from Ohana. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just want to thank God for the love, supports, and for keeping us safe. Second, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who supports my channel and subscribe to my channel. If you have not done so, just click the red button on the right hand side. Third, I would like to invite you to join my channel and make our family big. Again, the join button is just right on the hand side next to the subscribe button. Don't forget to join. And as the number 624 says, may God bless and keep you. Love you all. Love, love, love.